Our world is in crisis. We are battling an unknown virus and are desperate for solutions. The economic impact is devastating, and our road to recovery is uncertain. Intolerance among races and classes has gripped our global community as people demand justice and social change. In addition to all these, Mother Nature is suffering due to the effects of climate change. The Rally of Hope Philippines that will convene on February 6, 2021 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. will be a global platform for international and Filipino dignitaries to amplify their collective voices in humility and prayer, beseeching heaven's intervention during this time of unprecedented tragedy.
In these moments of enormous challenge and uncertainty, we seek strength, yes, strength in unity, and a sense of shared purpose, born out of our common dream, peace in our countries, in our region, and in the world.
Through inspirational messages, speakers will explore the opportunities for peace at the individual, family, and national levels by building on the common ground we share as one human family under God.
Service creates a positive ripple effect that can change people's lives. No matter our race, religion, nationality, or political views, when we come together to serve a greater good, as I think Dr. Moon likes to say, live for the sake of others, even the most critical challenges can be solved.
공생, 공영, 공의, 통일된 인류 한 가족의 공동체 중심에 하늘 부모님이 계시면 모든 문제가 해결됩니다.
Join us in this call for peace and solidarity as we unite together as one global family. See you at the Rally of Hope Philippines. Register for free now.
Good morning! Hello everybody! This is Ria Luz of Buhay Buhay sa Amerika. Oops. Wait 1 second. Uh-oh.
Started long ago.
Let me turn off this.
Just a dreamy girl.
Oh. Hi! Again, this is Ria Luz of Buhay Buhay sa Amerika. Magandang umaga, Arizona, and magandang gabi, Philippines, and to all of you everywhere in the world. There is a rally of hope that is coming to the Philippines in 4 days, because now in Philippines is already February, almost February 2. Here in Arizona is February 1st, but it would be this coming February 6, 2021 from 3 to 5 p.m. Philippines time. It's time for us to join and register for the Rally of Hope to bring 1 million Filipinos and everyone in the world to pray for the healing of our nation and for the healing of Mother Earth. So come join that celebration. Make sure you register today. I wanted to bring to your attention that Philippines will be in the world stage this February 6th. So don't forget, Rally of Hope, register today. And let's show the world that there are more than 1 million Filipinos who are going to pray for peace, for the healing from this pandemic, and as well as to bring about the healing of our Mother Earth. Because in that event, the support and donation will bring about tree planting for billions of trees, as well as support for our brothers and sisters who've been affected by the Typhoon Rolly and Typhoon Ulysses. All the typhoon victims will also benefit. So let's come all together as Filipinos and as brothers and sisters worldwide. Let's share this good news and this hopeful message that the Philippines will be again in the limelight. And that's why I'm very, very excited today, because not only because of the Rally of Hope, but because I have a good friend here who I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to bring about this one good friend of mine, and I'm sure he will be your best friend as well. This good brother, I call him Kuya, even though he is Canadian. His name is Kuya Pierre Beaurgard. I'm so impressed by his heart and his love for the Philippines that, in fact, he actually shared that Filipinos are the spice, today's spice of the world. Can you imagine that? Coming from a Canadian, telling that we Filipinos are the spice of the world. So, without further ado, I would like to bring my good brother, Kuya Pierre Beaurgard. Kuya, good
Hello,
morning.
everyone. Hello.
How
Thank
are
you so
you?
much, Ate Ria. Yes, so I love Filipinos, and why I love Filipinos, I think you can all recognize that Ria is a person of heart. She has a heart big like the universe. She loves people, and Filipinos love people so much. And you're going to find out on, I know there's this Rally of Hope, and please, you have to register and share it. This is so great. But
Yes.
on February 14th, you're going to see the tradition of Harana
Yeah,
exemplified by Eddie and Esther Faith Batino. That's an
Look at-
upcoming program, I believe. I hope I'm not upstaging your schedule, but that's going to come. And why I love Filipinos is because there are people of deep heart.
Kuya, wait 1 second. I just wanted to recognize before you give them the gist of why Filipinos are the spice of the world. Let me just let people know where they can watch us live. Wait a second, Kuya, ha? I have echo. Whoops, my mouse is not working. I think my YouTube is on, and I have to turn. Oops. I have some echo. Okay. And Kuya, I wanted to let them know, so if they can follow us, we are live broadcasting at Buhay Buhay sa America YouTube channel and Buhay Buhay sa America Facebook page. So I want to also recognize all these wonderful people who came even without much notice. We have people from YouTube, Mas TV, my good friend Sheila Young all the way from Nepal, my good inaanak Maynard TV from YouTube Philippines, Hechanova TV from Philippines, Nofis Adventure from Hong Kong, and who is the love of Maynard TV, and Ate Bing Arbatin. Good morning. I made Ate Bing Arbatin wake up so early. Thank you so much, Ate Bing Arbatin, who she is here in Arizona, and my good friend, I believe Farmer Nitro is my good brother, Nathaniel Nitro. My sweet sister, sweet rice ball, Marietta Stites, who is Kuya, you know, Ate Marietta Stites, and her great husband donated $1,000 from the Goodyear Knights of Rizal for the Cagayan Valley typhoon victims through the help of Ate Marietta Stites, the Good Knights of Rizal from Goodyear was able to support Philippines. And Chinito Anthony, all the way from Philippines, and Secret Life Blogs, thank you so much. Farmer Nitros's Rally of Hope. So, Kuya, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to rally and give hope for the Filipinos at this time. That's why I invite you, because you will be the one to really usher in why Filipinos are the spice of the world. And we have one more to recognize, Shael Elias, Chinito Anthony, BG pa siya. At maraming salamat, kapatid. Lento, thank you so much. Neil Winston, thank you so much. Maynard TV, all the way. Maraming salamat. At ayan, Buhay Probinsya. Thank you so much, my good brother Chinito Anthony, for sending your troops to hear us and to hear this wonderful news. So, Kuya, now that I have mentioned all these people who are excited to hear your message, why Filipinos? Why did you say Filipinos are the spice of the world? You know, this is so inspiring. When you shared with me last week about your post on why Filipinos are the spice of the world, and I think we Filipinos need to hear this, because this is the one that can inspire even more Filipinos to do some positive things for the world. So, Kuya, now take it away and share with us, why did you say Filipinos are the spice of the world?
Well, couples like Eddie and Esther Faith and Nathaniel and his wife, and you, Ria, and your wife, and people of love. That's why Filipinos are the spice of the world. And I wanted to share, I'm involved here in Montreal, Canada, with L'Association Filipino-Canadienne de Vaudreuil-Soulanges, local organization here. And the Philippine culture highlights that culture of Harana. And I wanted to show an example of that. There's a troupe here in Montreal called Pamana, which is an amazing troupe. And I want to share, I hope I can do this share screen well. I'll try this. Share screen. Okay. There we go, share.
All right.
Are you seeing this?
Yes, Kuya.
Okay.
Are you going to, you want me to
Can
click
you hear
this,
the sound?
right? Not yet. Right there.
No? Can you see the dance?
Yes, we can see the dance, Kuya.
But no sound.
No sound.
Oh my God, why is that?
You just click your sound. When you do the share screen,
Okay, I'll stop the sharing and I'll redo it, and I have to choose the sound as well, I guess.
Yeah, and make it big, so then people can see it much clearer.
Yeah.
And I see you are connected with many Filipinos, even in Canada. But
Yes, really. I love all my Filipino friends here in Montreal.
And before that, Kuya, I wanted to let you know, I want to let my friends know why you love Philippines so much. It's not just because of the Filipinos in Canada, because you are married to a Filipina. So
I am.
Yes.
I am married to a Filipina, and I have a wonderful, even just before I was online here, we were talking even with my wife's sister in Gwangju in South Korea.
Yes.
And they have many Filipinos living in South Korea, married with Koreans. And the same way, there's so many Filipinos living in America and Canada, and I don't know, in South Africa, in Europe, all over the world. And they are sharing their culture. They have an ability to love people beyond all cultures, all religions, all races. And that's why I see the Filipinos as someone who can help to create this blend of culture, which is, we can, in religious terms, would say the kingdom of heaven on earth, an ideal world, an ideal society where people really love one another. We have to go beyond all divisions. And within the Philippines itself, it is a blended culture and that's what I wanted to show. I guess you saw the dance there.
Yes.
You saw the dance. So that was style of dance that they have from coming from their Spanish heritage, and there's other dances that are coming from the Malaysian or southern seas.
Yes,
Beautiful,
we
exotic culture that we, and you know, it's such a wonderful culture. And the Filipinos are known as the party people in Asia because they know how to get people to enjoy one another together. I was 1 year ago, I was in the Philippines. I was in El Nido and in Boracay, and together going out snorkeling on the boats with other tourists from Yemen, Russia, Finland, United States, of course, Australia, all over the world. And we just become one because of the atmosphere, the way that the Filipinos are able to bring us together. So that's why I call Filipinos the spice of the world. I had another share I wanted to do, but without the sound, it's pointless, and I don't know how to do it. Maybe I'll send you the link, Ria, and you can.
Yes, Kuya.
You can do it.
I think Filipinos know that you shared about the tinikling. That's what you shared, and that's a wonderful Filipino dance. Bamboo dance. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to do that, and a lot of practice, or else your feet will be caught on those bamboos. And that won't be a good thing. It takes a lot of professionals do that. You need to be a professional to be able to dance the tinikling. Do you have
I shared you a little clip. It's bilingual, French and English. And
Yeah.
it's from our local organization here, Association Filipino-Canadienne de Vaudreuil-Soulanges, in the occasion of I think it was in 2019, the National Holiday of the Philippines. So it's a very nice clip, and it shows how Filipinos are appreciated here, with local politicians being interviewed, and we're close to our own Member of Parliament, Peter Shefke. Hello, Peter, if you're listening. And he was given a beautiful barong Tagalog, and he's so grateful for that. So he can be like Justin Trudeau and have his own barong Tagalog.
Well, thank you so much, Kuya. Last time you were on this show, Buhay Buhay sa America, you were with our good brother, Andrew Love, for the High Noon, and Jungyo Batino.
Yes.
In fact, you're the one who actually suggested about creating Harana with Eddie and Faith Batino. And you just mentioned that we will have them on February 14. The love story of Eddie and Esther Faith Batino will be my Valentine's, Harana, and love story all in one. And all because of your suggestion, because Kuya Pierre Beaurgard here is actually very romantic Canadian, I believe. So, Kuya, Farmer Nitro just also mentioned, Filipinos will make a role in bringing world peace, just as you were saying. And we really appreciate your insight on this, why Filipinos are the spice of the world. And you just mentioned that not only we bring the party going, but also the heart and the love of Filipinos, if we ignite them, it would really turn things for good. If we ignite the goodness of the Filipinos, once we put our heart, once we are involved, we put our heart and soul in anything that we do. And I think, as you mentioned, that is what spice are doing in the food, right, Kuya?
Yeah.
And now,
exactly. So just like there's Filipinos are sprinkled all over the planet, a bit like spice that you sprinkle in different dishes and brings up the flavor. So that's the Filipinos. They're bringing up the flavor everywhere, and that's really appreciate that. And another thing, we're in this tech era, and the tech era can be a blessing or a curse. And Ria is a great example of turning it into a blessing. And this technology should be driven by our values and not determining our values. And that's what that's what Ate Ria does. She has her values and she uses the YouTube platform, tech platform, to promote those values. And that's what I invite everybody to do. Think about your values, what your values are, and use your technology in such a way that enhances your values. Because sometimes we let technology take over and determine our values, and that's not really so great. But
we got
Alan,
Michael, my good friend, Alan, all the way from New Jersey, Alan Renier. And Kuya, sorry, I butt in. But I have many Filipinos who are actually are inspired with what you're saying. And Echanova TV says, correct po, Ate Ria. And Shai Mango, all the way from Middle East, says, wow, exciting naman yan, sis. And my good friend, mabuhay, buhay sa America. And Kuya, love it, Kuya Pierre, Sister Ria, and all, sabi ni Ate, sweet rice bowl. And Farmer Nitro is Nathaniel Nitro, and he is actually a very hardworking postal service hero in our.
He's also a martial art expert.
Yes, yes.
And the martial arts, I think, probably going to be highlighted in the Rally of Hope because it's one of the ways to promote good values. And we just lost one grandmaster of the one Wado, which Nathaniel Nitro, I'm sure, is very close to. And what's his name? He just passed away.
Yes.
His funeral, Songwa, we call it. And it's amazing the values that can be promoted through martial arts.
By the way, Kuya, we got one Canadian right here. A Filipino living in Canada. Real Talk Balao, all the way from Canada. Maybe you can read this better than me.
All the way from Saskatchewan, Canada. Just dropping in by Ate and Mabuhay to our guest. Thank you, Real Talk Balao. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I have good friends in Saskatchewan too.
Oh, good. So maybe you can connect with him, Kuya.
Yeah, he can PM me, and we'll put him in contact with other friends there.
Yes, Real Talk Balao is a very good brother and a good group mate at Kasmile. At maraming salam. Ayan, Master
Kensaku Takahashi.
Takahashi.
An amazing man of love, of integrity, of incredible heart that showed his example through his actions. And a man of few words, but deeply loved. It was a very moving testimonial. He passed away from pancreatic cancer, 2 years battle with pancreatic cancer, but he was a great hero for peace in the world, a fantastic man. And there's so many, do you know Dr. Venus from the Philippines?
Yes.
He's his disciple. He learned one wado from him.
Yes, and as you mentioned, Kuya, Master Kensaku Takahashi is the Grandmaster of Taekwondo, Tong Il Modo, which was Wonwado before. This is something, as you mentioned, as Filipinos are the spice of the world. This is not yet broadcasted, but you know, Master Kensaku Takahashi and the founder of Wonwado or Tong Il Modo, Dr. Suk. This is something Filipinos are going to, that's why Filipinos are going to influence the world, because this Grandmaster Takahashi and many others have inspired Filipinos. The Tong Il Modo came from Korea, but most of the highest black belters and became missionaries to the world to teach Wonwado to the world. And who they are? Filipinos.
And we have one in Toronto, Ryan Abenir, Farmer Nitro. You know him well. He came, he was in New Jersey before. Now he's in Toronto and he's rocking our world. He's doing fantastic stuff.
And
Talk about spice, spicy stuff.
Farmer Nitro is one of the masters of Wonwodo or Tongil Modo.
So our friend from Saskatchewan should connect with Ryan Abenier in Toronto. Look him up on Facebook. Real Talk Balao. You're the one, right? Real Talk Balao is the one, I think, from Saskatchewan. Look up Ryan Abenier. You'll have a great friend in Toronto and a fantastic guy.
And we got my good sister Pantalon Girl in Japan, Rocha Ito. Greetings all the way from Japan. Thank you so much. Another
Thank you for spicing up Japan.
Yes.
They need you. They need you so much.
Yes. And this is one thing, Kuya, that I really appreciate about you said why Filipinos are the spice of the world. And as the Rally of Hope is coming to Philippines this February 6 from 3 to 5 p.m., we have to come together, as especially Filipinos are one of the most technologically savvy. We are very much in with our phones all the time. This Rally of Hope is actually for free. It's a free registration, and it's going to really bring a lot of good things for the Philippines if we come together in prayer for this February 6th. So I encourage everyone, please come and support the Rally of Hope Philippines on February 6th from 3 to 5 p.m. Register now. Buhay Buhay sa America is, even though we don't have the financial means, but I supported and one of the very first sponsor of this Rally of Hope, because I believe Philippines need that boost. Not only Philippines, the world needs the boost of hope. And thank you, Kuya, for giving hope to the Philippines as well. As you mentioned, Filipinos are the spice of the world.
And the one behind you in the book, The Mother of Peace there, I think she met many top-level Filipinos, right? And she's trying to influence, right?
And Farmer Nitro just mentioned that Ryan Abenier and him worked together and just concluded a 21-day training with the GPA in Canada. Great job.
He's our star, Nathaniel. Ryan is our star in Canada. He's amazing.
Good. And Ryan Abenier is also Filipino, right, Kuya?
Of course.
Yeah. Thank you for believing in the Filipinos and what we can do together. This is something that Filipinos would love and would need to hear, because Philippines has been colonized by many countries, and most of the time they're feeling we're not among all nations. We're not the one who thinks we are superior. In fact, because of the colony of many countries, there is this colonial mentality among Filipinos, and we never think of ourselves as on top, always in a submissive way.
And you know what the Bible said, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says the last shall be the first, right?
Thank you.
The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. I think Filipinos have a big place in God's heart. I really believe that.
And the other person who actually believe in that way as well, Kuya, is Dr. Yong at this time. Dr. Yong, who is leading the daily devotion here in America. If you have the chance, please watch Dr. Yong and the daily devotion that he inspire in America every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we actually share it on Facebook and on YouTube. His daily devotion is going to really influence our heart, because he believes the Filipinos can really influence not only Philippines but the world, and especially here in America.
My good friend Derek Neal, whose wife Elenita just gave me a thumbs up on Messenger. And he wrote a book. He helped to publicize a book based on Mrs. Leticia Bulatano, who is a fantastic lady who married a Canadian here and established a library in a remote area of the Philippines to help the Filipinos. And also she's promoting always the Philippine culture as a way to revive good old traditions like harana, for example. But yeah, I would like if you could show the little clip I shared with you, Ria, because it's just a 1 minute clip, 1 minute 40 seconds.
Is this the one?
The one I put in the chat.
Is Cristina Altaveras?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me do this.
And you'll see how our Filipino culture is appreciated and highlighted here in Canada.
This one, Kuya?
Yep.
So let's share that one.
It starts out in French a bit, but she was in English most of it.
Tonight, we are celebrating the 120th anniversary of the Philippine Independence Day. And at the same time, it's a celebration of the culture.
Et le but de l'association, c'est de justement permettre à ceux qui participent à nos événements, à nos levées de fonds, pour apprendre à connaître l'autre.
So it's a chance to get to meet the other.
Il y a 83 communautés culturelles différentes. Donc, il faut les intégrer, il faut travailler avec eux, mais ils apportent aussi beaucoup. C'est une grande richesse de les avoir. Ils aident beaucoup la communauté. À aider d'autres familles, à aider d'autres organismes. Donc, c'est une richesse pour Vaudreuil.
Moi, je viens ici chaque année et je suis très content parce que c'est un groupe qui aime vivre. Et les manger, c'est international. Et moi, j'aime goûter les manger international.
They know how to live well.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
That's Ate Amelia.
We call this Barong Tagalog. It's our traditional dress in the Philippines. It's made of pineapple.
Great job. Well, thank you.
We have wonderful time, but unfortunately, we haven't met because of COVID. Everything has been skipped. Our Christmas, the last one I did was a Valentine's Day event with just before COVID shut everything down as a yearly event, and wonderful, wonderful event. And I also participate with the Knights of Rizal. Sometimes I have good friends with the Knights of Rizal, and Kuya Greg Agulan and Nathaniel. I think they're quite involved in New Jersey. So the Knights of Rizal are also highlighting Filipino culture, loyalty to the nation, the values, Rizalist values, they say. And so I'm very hopeful. Philippines are very grateful for Philippines, and you have so much to offer to the world, and the world is just starting to discover you, and you're starting to take over the world.
Well, thank you, Kuya. We're not taking over the world. We're all over the world.
Yeah.
The good thing is Filipinos are everywhere in the world because of work. And thank you for believing in us. And as I was running this absolute love, absolute faith, and absolute obedience. And this is something the Filipinos should really embody. We actually embody love, faith, and obedience, as mentioned by our founder, Dr. Hakjahan Moon, and our beloved father, Dr. Reverend Sun Myung Moon, inspired us to have that absolute love, absolute faith, and absolute obedience to heaven. And I think that is the most characteristic of Filipinos. If we really ignite this characteristic of the Filipinos, I believe Filipinos really can, as you said, we are the spice of the world. We can truly be the best spice ever if we can embody this absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. And I thank you, Kuya Pierre.
One more thing. I'm sorry. I just want to say,
Yes.
well, first, hello to Edward who's watching. He just, because some people aren't posting their comments directed to you, to my messenger. Edward here from Montreal. They're also a wonderful French Canadian married to a Filipina that's so happy and in love. And but I want to say that one important thing about the Philippines is the former Speaker of the House, Jose de Venecia, is playing an important role. And we know one of the biggest problems in the world right now is the North-South Korean problem. And I think the Philippines can play backroad channel help to make some miracle happen and to resolve that big dilemma.
Yes. And I thank you, Kuya, for really bringing this to our attention, to our mindset, because the more we really hear positive things, it becomes, and we think about this, it became a part of us. And if, as you have mentioned and your friends have mentioned, if we really think of ourselves as the spice of the world, it would really generate so much hope for Filipinos, and especially the younger generation of Filipinos, as you just mentioned. And my good sister, Pantalon Girl in Japan, Rocha Ito, says, thanks for the presence of our elder brother co-host, Pierre Beaurgard. Thanks much for the love and blessing extended to many Filipinos around the world. See, Kuya, what you started, I would say the spice of the world comes from Kuya Pierre Beaurgard. So thank you, Kuya, for inspiring us that we Filipinos are the spice of the world.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leah.
Yeah, we need this kind of inspiration. We need this kind of idea in our mindset. And because I believe God longs for filial children around the world who can understand and who can fully realize God's will. And I believe Filipinos had been colonized and be given by Spain the heart of the attitude to understand God through the Christianity. And it is in that spirit, I believe that's the best gift Spain has given to the Filipinos, the heart and love for God, to understand God's heart. And because we have a responsibility, and that responsibility is to build God's kingdom here on earth. And as you have mentioned, Filipinos, Korea, you mentioned Korea, who our founder, Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, and Reverend Sun Myung Moon are the one at this time working, believing that the realization of God's kingdom can be done in their lifetime. And if we Filipinos work together, unite in that mentality that we are part, we could be a part of the realization of God's will in our lifetime. If we as Filipinos, as Christians, truly believe, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, and we work together for the realization of that will in our lifetime, I believe the world will change for good. And thank you for reminding us, Kuya.
And another hotspot where Filipinos are ever so present is the Middle East, whether it be in their Gulf states or in Israel. And I remember at one event on March 7th of this year of the Filipino community here in Montreal, the Filipino ambassador was here, wonderful lady, I don't remember her name. I'm sorry, ambassador.
You know so many people.
She was ambassador before Canada. She was ambassador in one of the Gulf states. Then after, she was ambassador for the Philippines in Israel, and then after that in Canada. And some of the politicians who were there that evening talked about their incredible influence of the Filipinos that are present in, all over. So you don't know the impact that you have in the lives of people, all the children that you've loved.
Thank you, Ambassador. And
you know, those children remember you. They never forget you.
We thank you, Kuya, for bringing this idea to us again and reminding us of our value. Another thing that I really appreciate you, Kuya Pierre Beaurgard, is your love for Filipinos as well, to understand, as you mentioned the last time we talked about this book that you mentioned on how much it's not you see. Say it again. I can't remember. I have
Is
to.
it the one about the technology?
Yes, the technology.
Jason and Lisa Frost's book.
Yes.
The Glass Between Us, and it's a value-driven use of technology. That's what it's about. So I think Filipinos can lead the way to show that you can use technology in such a way to enhance your good values, and not be let it take over your values. I can put the link if you want.
Yes, Kuya. Send it to me. Send it again and I will highlight it. And thank you so much, my good sister Charlotte and Dambo. And she says, I love Filipinos, especially through parents, marry them with Africans, and that's why we're connected. My good sister Charlotte and Dambo is the Women's Federation for World Peace chairwoman in New York, and also a good Simeki, or my good sister-in-law, because she's from Congo, where my husband is from. That's why we are connected. Yes.
So I put the link in the chat. I'm going to tell you, if Filipinos read this book, you're going to change the world.
Let me copy and paste, Kuya, and put this on the comment section. You can actually you can send the comment in the section.
I put it in the comment. You have the link there. Yeah,
yes, that is the link.
That's the link.
Glass between exploitation, value.
Well, the way what it says is. The Glass Between Us, empowering youth to combat digital exploitation, a value-based approach to screen-driven challenges. That's what this, and this is from very young couple. The author Jason Frost, when he was a teenager, he had a terrible accident. He was a skateboarder. And he shouldn't have recovered, and he recovered, and his brain had been so shaken and everything, and he's become a genius. He understands the brain like nobody I know, and he totally understands the impact of technology on our brain. If we use technology well, it's fantastic. If we get controlled by technology, it can really do a lot of harm.
Yes, Kuya, and that is why this YouTube and having our internet connection with Facebook, with any other media platform, if we use this properly, not only for ourselves, for our consumption, but for bringing positive things to the world, this will change the world for good instantly, because in one click, you see so much things. And I appreciate you for bringing this out, as well as I wanted to remind people about your passion about bringing the high noon, which is bringing the dangers of pornography into our world today. Because as we are talking about the use of technology, and we thank you for, and Andrew Love, for reminding us, especially for Filipinos who are now we're in the number one who is used by this Pornhub. Filipinos becoming, because of the poverty in our country, many families even use, many young kids are being used by pornography.
And you mentioned Pornhub, and today
Yes.
at 11 o'clock, I'm going to be watching live in the Canadian Parliament. Their Pornhub is being asked to justify their misdeeds.
Great, see?
Yes, it's so something's happening, and we're going to use technology for good instead of letting technology use us for their profit.
And thank you, Elenita El Marabila, for coming, my good sister. Thank you so much for joining us and for giving us a thumbs up. So this is the organization, High Noon, www.highnoon. You can actually post it on the comment section, Kuya. So it would be...
You mean on the YouTube instead?
Yes.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yes, so it will come and they will see your name.
Oh, I'm learning. You see, I'm not an expert like you.
No, I'm not an expert either. I'm just learning as well. And this is the organization Kuya Pierre Beaurgard is actually connected with, and a good speaker for highnoon.org, www.highnoon.org. This organization shares the dangers of pornography, and not only that, it gives hope to those who have experience on pornography that there is hope and there is light, that you can still have a good, what do you call that, Kuya? The last time we were, you were here.
Anyway, there's always hope, and that you have to know that God knows you up and down. He knows everything, and He loves you.
Yes.
He loves you unconditionally. That's the most important.
Yes, and
that's what parents need to show to their children: unconditional love. There's nothing more important. Love your children unconditionally.
Yes.
Fathers need to love their daughters. Daughters need nothing more than to be loved by their fathers.
Yes. And that is
the same with the sons, of course.
Yes. That's why father and mother are very important and very much needed in parenting young kids and young adults, because we can learn from them. The love between parents is what the children can see as an example. And thank you to High Noon for bringing that out. And so I thank you, Kuya, for coming today and sharing with us the value of Filipinos. And
so spread the rally of hope, guys and girls, well, ladies and women, ladies and gentlemen, people of the world. Watch a rally of hope. Share it with your friends. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes, this is Rally of Hope.
Yeah. So you just need to click on the link Ate Ria is putting, and just register for free. That way you will not miss it, and you will have an amazing experience. I'm going to be getting up at 2 a.m. to watch it.
Yes, me too, Kuya. I will try to be awake. Yes, Rally of Hope Philippines. This is our chance to share to the world what Filipinos can do. And if you have the chance to, if you have phone, you have computer, and you have social media outlets, please, let's all share this Rally of Hope Philippines and register today at rallyofhope.asia.org and be a part of this amazing celebration that will really bring the best of Filipinos. There's so many wonderful speakers, celebrities, and entertainers who are one of the best entertainers of the Philippines are giving their time and energy for this event as well. One of them is Port Impact, the UP Pep Squad, and many others, including celebrities, are joining in to support the Rally of Hope Philippines. So if we want to be part of this wonderful celebration, register now, right, Kuya?
Absolutely, and it's going to bring back the energy that I was so excited in 2015 at Marikina Stadium, the event that had over 100,000 people participating in, and where my good friend and elder brother Robert Kittle shouted, "We love the Philippines!"
And now he is in Philippines and leading the Philippines.
Yeah, he's so lucky. He made it just in time. He was in America to see his grandchild being born.
Yes.
And he was trying to go back to the Philippines. It was so difficult, and he managed to go. And now they shut down the borders again. So he just went just in the time.
And thank you for shouting, giving a shout out on that, Kuya. I want to give a shout out to the owner of Via Times, my tita, Veronica Layton, who actually helped Robert Kittle in Chicago. At the time, Robert Kittle is in Chicago as a missionary, can't get out, but our good sister and good magazine owner of Via Times magazine of Chicago actually helped out to get him a visa to the Philippines at that time. Wow. So shout out to Tita Veronica Layton of Via Times, one of Filipinos magazine, #1 magazine of Filipinos in Chicago, and is Commission on Filipino Overseas Migration Advocacy and Media awardee 2019. So thank you. I can now shout out at Tita Veronica Layton for her help in helping Robert Kittle to come to Philippines. And
Elenita Maravilla says hello. Hello, Elenita. So I was thinking of my friend Derek, his wife is Elenita, but it's not you.
So thank you, Elenita Maravilla, for joining. And as you mentioned, Kuya, again, let's for all of you who are watching right now, please type in Rally of Hope, hashtag Rally of Hope. Let's do make Rally of Hope. Everyone can see if you put hashtag Rally of Hope. Rally of Hope. If you hashtag this in your comment, the more people can see hashtag Rally of Hope. One word. Hashtag.
So I don't understand this hashtag thing. What is that all about?
Oh, hashtag is when you do hashtag like hashtag Pierre Beaurgard, everything about you will come out. Anything,
so where do you do that? In Facebook or where?
Anywhere. Anywhere that you have, ayan, si Bonnie May Ralo, good vibes. Anytime that you put hashtag in any comment, it actually will help the search engine to see all comments about you. So hashtag Rally of Hope, hashtag High Noon, it will show that any post about that issue. So if you put hashtag Buhay Buhay sa Amerika, then all comments, all things mentioned about Buhay Buhay sa Amerika will come out. So that is actually it's like a chismis. Then put yourself in #1, put hashtag, because many people can actually find out about you. Thank you, my good sister Bonnie May Ralo. Ayan, nosebleed daw siya. Good evening, host and handsome co-host. Yes, my handsome co-host and my guest is Kuya Pierre Beaurgard, all the way from Canada. And as to wrap it up, Kuya Pierre Beaurgard is someone you should know, and someone who has the heart and love for the Philippines, not only because he married a Filipina, but also he truly loved the Philippines. And in fact, he mentioned many times why Filipinos are the spice of the world. And this spice of the world is what the world can need to bring about the realization of God's kingdom here on earth. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that so inspiring? Coming from a Canadian telling us that we're not just beautiful people, but we are the spice of the world. And if we carry that through our heart, our mind, and our whole being, that we are the spice of the world, and take responsibility, make an initiative and great action to bring that reality into reality, I believe the world and the Philippines will change for good. Thank you, Kuya, for reminding us on this beautiful idea that we are the spice of the world.
Special ingredient for this time,
Yes.
in history,
Yes.
to bring the world together, the Filipino people. I believe so.
Yes.
I believe so.
And so maybe we should put there, spice of the world, Philippines. Hashtag spice.
Not Philippines, Filipinos. The
Yes.
spice is not the country, it's the people.
Yes.
Because you have a beautiful, the islands and the white sand beaches, Boracay, El Nido, you name it. And I don't know, Siargao, you can name hundreds of places. The Boracay of the North, Pangasinan, there's also Cagayan area towards the right there. See the map in my mind. Bolinao, you name it, right? The Philippines is beautiful. People of the world come to the Philippines and then be transformed by the Filipino people. You're going to come back from there a better person.
Thank you, Kuya.
And meet the Filipinos in your area. Become friends with them. And you're going to say, oh my God, I didn't realize how wonderful people you were.
Oh, thank you, Kuya. Thank you so much for reminding us of who we are and what we can do for the world. And with that, Kuya, with what you shared with us, I wanted to inspire our brothers and sisters. Let's be that spice of the world, as Kuya Pierre Beaurgard and many others who came to Philippines and see our value. Let's put that in our heart, in our mind, that we are the spice of the world, and let's make a difference in the world today, and especially as this Rally of Hope Philippines, this February 6, from 3 to 5 p.m. This is going to really cook a wonderful menu and wonderful dish for the world to see how we can bring the realization of God's kingdom here on earth, starting from the Philippines this February 6, from 3 to 5 p.m. I want you, God wants you to be a part of this celebration. And as Kuya Pierre Beaurgard mentioned many times, we are the spice of the world. As Jesus mentioned, be the salt of the earth. Not this time, it's not just the salt. We're even going to be the spice, even better than the salt. And thank you, Kuya, for reminding us of this beautiful attitude and creativity that Filipinos can do. And as Elenita says, thanks God, Elenita El Mirabila. See, thank you. I look forward, Elenita. Please sign up today at the Rally of Hope Philippines this February 6th. Let's work together. Let's see each other on that day in the internet. Let's share this on our broadcast on YouTube, on Facebook. Share the Rally of Hope Philippines. And as
hashtag Rally of Hope. I'm gonna do it.
Yes, hashtag Rally of Hope. Yes. And thank you so much, Kuya, for reminding us today. And may we continue to become the spice of the world, and starting at this Rally of Hope Philippines. So I invite Bonnie Rallo and all our YouTuber friends, please share this Rally of Hope Philippines. Be a part and say, I will be there at the Rally of Hope. Shout out, Rally of Hope. Buhay Buhay sa America is sponsoring this Rally of Hope Philippines. And I invite you too. If you can't sponsor, share it. Because the more people share the Rally of Hope Philippines, we're not limiting to 1 million people to pray for peace during that day. The more people prays, as Jesus says, where there are more than 2 or more people praying, then God is going to be there. So let's invite God in that day, on that day, February 6th, from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Rally of Hope, Philippines. So thank you so much, Kuya, for coming, and
inviting me. Thank you very much.
we appreciate you again, and please come back, and hopefully as this 2021 we can become the spice of the world. Filipinos will become the spice of the world and lead this Rally of Hope, Philippines. Ayan, si Elenita nagsulat na, Rally of Hope, hashtag Rally of Hope. So please put in your comment, hashtag Rally of Hope. So with this, Kuya, I thank you for your coming to Buhay Buhay sa Amerika and sharing your insight. Why Filipinos are the spice of the world. I appreciate you, and may God continue to bless you and your works in Canada and the world, together with Ate Amelia and your family in Canada. We thank you for coming to our life, to our lives, in the Filipinos' lives, and for inspiring us.
So share Buhay Buhay sa America. Let it grow and grow across the whole planet.
Thank you, Kuya. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you again. And Charlotte Nandambo says, God bless Philippines and victory for the Rally of Hope. Yes, thank you, my good sister, and the chairwoman of the Women's Federation for World Peace, Charlotte Nandambo. Chairwoman of the Women's Federation for World Peace, New York. And she is from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo.
Wow.
So, yes. So thank you so much, Kuya, again. As we close this live stream, we made it to 1 hour. As Bonnie May Ralo, Rally of Hope, Elenita, Rally of Hope. So please continue to hashtag Rally of Hope in your comments, and share this information so many others will feel their value and appreciate who we are at this time in history. We are the spice of the world, and let's make it into a reality. Thank you so much, Kuya, and appreciate your coming tonight, and God bless you and your family and all of you.
God bless everyone.
Maraming salamat for coming and joining us. God bless.